All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to HoNcast.com, baby. That is right. We got another great day ahead of us, the Heroes of Newerth, and, of course, continuing coverage of HoN Tour Season 2, and what is specifically Cycle number 6. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to HoNcast. We are day number 2 of Cycle number 6. That means we got the losers bracket we're going to be kicking off with here. And then, of course, developing into the winner bracket semifinal matchup. So 2 best of 3s as always, pulling up on the screen for you for the bracket here real quickly. In case if you haven't seen it, these are the brackets. Obviously, this is how things have been shaping up so far. It was definitely a fun start yesterday, especially the matches that we happen to cover over there. But as you can see, of course, the winner bracket matches are semifinal matches set up. But we're in the losers bracket. We're going to be covering Call It Karma versus The Law. These 2 teams obviously trying to stay alive here in HoN Tour Cycle number 6, so looking forward to that and seeing what takes place. Obviously, the later match, we'll have more updates for you on that here in the near future as far as what we're planning to do. But anyways, 2 best of 3s going to be coming at you today here on HoNcast, and definitely excited to get things going. With that said, I'm going to be doing some solo casting here initially, but content's content, so we're going to have some fun today. That's what matters in the end. And again, here we are moving along. So as far as this matchup specifically, obviously, we got The Law over here. They've actually been a pretty solid team on the competitive scene as of recent. They did fairly well in the Sound Blaster Heroes League. They actually represented. They weren't even supposed to be in the group stages, but it turned out that they ended up getting in because one of the Southeast Asian teams actually had to step out kind of last minute. So the Law stepped in, and at least they got some good experience out of that. And they also recently picked up Brodex 5 level. Brodex, of course, who left or was no longer a part of Team Excellent as of a couple, 2 to 3 weeks ago or so. Kind of seems like he's found a new home here for now, so we'll see how that all works out. But here they are in the losers bracket against Call It Karma. Now, Call It Karma is a fun team, too, because these guys have been around forever, man. I mean, these guys have been around since really the beginning of Season 1, from what I can recall, at least, of HoN Tour. So they've been around for a while. They're just one of those solid teams. They're one of those really solid teams. They kind of bounce back and forth between the gold and diamond divisions. They might not get the most hype as far as the fan base, as far as, the attention, especially here in HoNcast and whatnot. But they're a solid team. I mean, a very respectable team, and they have plenty of experience playing on the competitive scene. So I'm excited to definitely cast these guys once again and see what they're bringing to the table nowadays. And I'm honestly expecting this overall to be a pretty damn good matchup when it's all said and done. So we're moving along here in the draft, of course, as far as things are going. So there you go. The final pick coming out as far as the first segment going out here. How did the initial bands go, by the way? The initial bands looks like it was Kraken, Ophelia, Keeper, and Rally actually coming out. Rally being blind band, not blind band, but band, as far as the initial bands go. That's kind of interesting to see a Rally in the initial couple of bands. Not really considered too much of a scary hero, at least in most cases. I mean, still definitely worthy to be picked up, obviously, but not really ban-worthy in a lot of cases. But in this case, was banned here. I'm not exactly sure. I had, unfortunately, to rejoin. So I don't know. I would assume Call It Karma did maybe, but maybe Call It Karma is actually known for playing Rally for whatever reason. So maybe the Law did. So again, I would be curious to look into that. But anyways, it is what it is. As far as the actual picks go, obviously, as you can see, it went with the Scout first pick actually coming out from Call It Karma. The problem with that, though, the problem with going to Scout first pick is it really gives information to the Law of like, okay, well, we probably don't want to run a jungler then. Obviously, it can be very, very annoying for that case. Not that they would anyways, but it definitely gives a little bit more information as far as a possibility. I mean, it doesn't have to 100% be a Suicide Scout by any means. We definitely have seen the short lane Scout come out every now and then, and that would not be out of the question here from Call It Karma. But we'll see what they ultimately end up with. They followed up with a Pebbles as well as a Luna with their support. So definitely a sound lineup. I mean, a couple months ago, I think if they had these heroes, you'd be looking at like, holy crap, they were able to draft Scout, Pebbles, and a Luna. Nowadays, I mean, it's not as threatening, I think it's safe to say, but still is a power powerful trio of heroes. As far as the Law is concerned, though, they went Engineer into Ravener, so they already got their dual lane set up, taken care of. And then they throw a Torturer on top of that. So, obviously, Torturer, he is a diverse hero. He could definitely be played in that short lane. However, we have not seen a whole lot of carry Torturers recently, so it leads me to believe that's going to be more of your support Torturer with the Engineer. They're going to be running some kind of 2-2-1 setup, very, very possible here. Maybe even kind of trial lane to really take it to Call Like Karma, make them kind of respond. But how about that pickup? Riftwalker coming out from Call Like Karma. That's pretty fun to see, actually. Not too often we get to see Riftwalker here, so I'm looking forward to seeing the Riftwalker big plays. I know as a secondary support, Riftwalker actually considered to be a pretty decent hero. That has some pretty good farming potential as a support hero on top of decent, some solid, just a great utility, obviously, with her ability. Some great initiation to it with the Wormhole. The Cascade event, I believe that's the one that pulls everyone towards. Yeah, that's the one that pulls everyone in. So it's obviously good for synergizing. Now, I will say, you look at this team, it's not really the biggest AoE-centric lineup, though. So that's my one concern with going the Riftwalker here. It doesn't seem like they're going to really 100% be able to take full advantage of the Riftwalker synergy with your heroes, but they'll finish off with Malakin. So another kind of different pick here we don't see too often. I love the Malakin carry, though. I've always been a fan of it, and I think it's definitely just a fun hero to watch. And definitely has potential, man. I mean, this hero can become a very hard carry come the later game. I mean, his ultimate definitely makes him a very threatening target. Obviously has a solid initiation tool on his own with the sword throw, and then the Enchanted Flames, as it's called, as well as the Life Essence. It's pretty powerful as well. And I remember him getting a buff a couple patches ago. I'm actually blanking on what the exact changes were. God, it would have been a while ago, though, so... I don't, was it a while ago? Let me check to see if maybe this most recent one. I'm just blanking on that. No, it wasn't this one. Let me go down real quickly. See if I can possibly find something. It doesn't look like it. Maybe somebody in chat will be able to bring it up as far as what did happen to Malakin a while ago. But I want to say maybe it was a long time ago. For some reason, it's just in my head. But I'll check just there. A couple more seconds. Those are bug fixes. Doesn't look like it. All right. Well, anyways, obviously a hero though with potential. Was it in this one? Did I find it? Maybe. Nope. Didn't find it. Anyways, okay. So what do they finish with? Balfagor actually coming out here from the Law. How about that? They got to go with the Balfagor here to finish things off. And this is another thing about the scout pickup. The best way to respond to a scout pickup, it seems like, is to just play all out aggressive. And really, knowing that he's not going to be the most useful hero in the earlier game stages. So very possibly, we're going to see some crazy aggression coming out here from the Law as far as their draft is concerned. Definitely fun seeing that. You got Lowstone was the final pick, by the way, coming out here. That's a beefy Lowstone. Is that one of the new ones actually? Is that the newest one maybe? That's a bulked up Lodestone right there. Anyways, he's going to the bottom lane currently with Torturer and Engineer. Looks like they're all actually heading down there. You got Ravener, Balfagor already in the front lines, but yeah, strong finish there, definitely coming out. Riftwalker does have solid counter push potential, as well as a Luna, of course. So they definitely got solid counter push. Even Malakin's Sword, though, is also great for assisting with that. But you do see the Law. They're all 5 in the jungle. They're trying to find somebody, if not get some aggressive wards out, block the pole cam. But looks like obviously they're not going. There's no junglers in this game, so don't need to worry about that. But they're gonna find Kalbergs over here on a Luna, and a Luna's gonna end up falling. Bloodlust kill for Brodex 5 level, playing the Ravener. Not what you wanted to happen here. If you're Call Like Karma, not the start at all. You wanted to take place as far as things are concerned. So that's not the best of news there for Call Like Karma, but. In the end, what's done is done, and well, you just got to move on from it. But as far as that is concerned, you do see the setups now coming out. It looks like it's going to be a Riftwalker Malakin bottom. They are going to be going up against the Suicide Lodestone, of course. So obviously you expect Malakin to have a great time. I would think Riftwalker's actually pretty damn good at babysitting as well. I mean, looking at her skill set as far as harassment potential, and then this ability as well to apply a slow as well as You know, when you attack it, the slow even gets even more. So I'm kind of curious if actually she puts points into Shred Existence just simply to be an extra crazy harasser earlier on, because it seems like that allows you to just get even more auto attacks in, obviously, and that can be very, very powerful. You do see Lowstone, though. He has pulled quite a bit of regen. He has 9 Tree Eaters in total, so he definitely has plenty of regen to work with. It's just a matter of Jarl Lungen and making sure that you see a lot of counter pressure coming out right there. But Riftwalker definitely holding her own and putting in the pressure herself. That leaves our mid lane matchup. You got Pebbles and Aluna versus a Ravener Engineer. Obviously, Ravener Engineer, their kill potential is definitely up there, but so is Aluna Pebbles. Now, the setup stun from Aluna, not as strong as others, but still, it is enough to be able to get the combo going, of course. So I'm sure we'll see that. A lot of action possibly picking up here in the middle lane, especially when the level 3 mark hits here, when it comes down to it. And then you got the top lane matchup. You got Scott, of course, in that suicide role. He's going up against Balfagor and Torturer. Torturer currently doing the stacking and pulling. So it seems like Scout's actually managing to get some decent experience in farm. But as soon as that pull is finished, I'm sure Torturer's going to go back into the lane and cause some issues there for Scout, to say the least, as far as he's concerned. So not going to be happening just yet. But again, middle lane action. We do some back and forth action. Aluna's going to fall right there again. Ravener's going to barely survive. It looks like the Ravener Engie might have played the aggressive right there. Aluna, they tried to respond, but wasn't enough. Obviously, downside of Pebbles in that case, too. He's very low mana pool. Was not able to combo by any means at the earlier levels. And in the end, they get the kill into Aluna. So good start here from the Law. Obviously, Ravener getting both those hero kills now. So he has really jumped up there. Really jumped up as far as his GPM is concerned in game number 1 here. So, of course, the best set of 3. Lodestone at the bottom lane. Riftwalker is still yet to actually level up in ability. Definitely interested by that. You see the sword throw actually coming out. It does hit, but not enough for a kill by any means. Meanwhile, the Pebbles in the middle lane. Pebbles trying to get away. You got another ball lightning in 7 seconds. It might not matter, though. No, it won't matter. Brodix is just too strong. He is already a serial killer. Aluna's in trouble as well. Ball lightning going to be coming out here any second. There we go. There's the port. And Aluna's going to take some good burst damage here in the process. They also get the kill to Scout at the top lane. No dust needed. They actually had a rev ward to get the job done. So the Law is making a statement early on here, and they are taking it to Kali Karma here early on in game number 1. Definitely causing some issues here. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick announcement here real quickly, guys. So just give me a couple seconds here. I'm just a little bit of dead air. Let's see. I'll just sing some music for you in the meantime. No. So we got Kali Karma versus the Law. Tune in. There you go. There you go. I want to get some people tuning in. I know with the hours and whatnot, it's been a little confusing as always with daylight savings time, so maybe a little bit confusing for some viewers in terms of when exactly to tune in. So just want to make sure you get the announcement out there. Okay, good to go though. And back into game number 1. We are going here. So, as far as I know, as always, people wondering about a co-caster again. I was actually looking for a co-caster, but of course, with both teams playing, and then the ones that are playing later on, either practicing or not up just yet. So, I don't have a co-caster, at least just yet. And maybe pick one up, maybe not, whatever. Not the biggest in the world for me, to be honest. But holy crap, middle lane again. Aluna's in trouble. She barely gets away. The Kexan actually going to miss. The turret, though, going to help cut him off. And Calbergs will fall right there. You see Fidget in the meantime on Pebbles. One more auto attack should do it, but no. Turned around from Ravener. Did not want to risk it. You see Riftwalker coming in, trying to apply some pressure with the Cascade event. Not going to take place, though. So able to fall back in time before he caught out. So the Law just continues the momentum here. As far as positive signs for Kali Karma, really all they have going is I'm carry. Playing the carry. I've always thought that was funny. You got support playing support. You got I'm carry playing carry. Anyways, he has 313 gold per minute. He's 27 and 20. Definitely doing solid down there at the bottom lane, of course. But they need a lot of things to improve, especially knowing that they're going up against this crazy aggressive lineup that the Law has. not only for ganks, but also for push, and we're starting to see that right here. And again, this is just a solid strategy choice coming out here from the Law. They knew that Call of Karma specifically surrounding that scout pickup was going to be maybe a little bit more of a passive lineup early on. They need time to buy that farm on Pebbles, of course, to get that portal key. And Malikan could definitely fight earlier on. That's not out of the question. So it's not like he's a bad carry to have in this case by any means. It's not like a mage main or anything like that. But still, just overall the lineup, isn't really ready to be taking fights just yet. Again, the Law is doing what they should be doing. In the meantime, in the middle lane, Pebbles gets caught again. And it is already a 7-0 hero kill lead in favor of the Hellborn team right now. So the Law is, well, they're laying down the Law. I'm trying too hard. I got to let it flow, I can't set it up like that. I can't do that. Anyways, I'm sure it'll happen. But yeah, definitely making a statement here. By the way, as always, of course, I believe Beef over there in Cold Cast, he is doing another match as well here from the Losers Bracket. I'm not exactly sure which one he's doing, but he is casting. He is also doing a special 25-hour stream today. I still can't believe that he actually started a couple hours ago. So he's going to be going a straight 25 hours even, as Calbergs gets picked off right here. And I'm actually planning to join him a little bit later on as well after the casting and everything, just hanging out, having some fun, and all in the name of charity, of course, for extralife.org. So anyways, Malikan bottom lane, he will barely survive right there. He actually used his ulti form. The benefit of that, of course, is you actually get – I love this skin, by the way, the ulti form especially. He just got, like, Christmas all over. That's not the most threatening Malikan in the world. Anyways, ooh, Brodex 5 level actually going out right there. Good pick for the first kill coming up from Call of Karma, but the buff and armor that you get, especially on top of the fear, of course, initially the 20 armor at level 1, 60 armor at level 4 or level 3 even. That of course deteriorates over time, but still, it's a lot of armor right off the bat. Easy way to. So it's going to be used as a very aggressive initiating tool, but it could also be used as a very defensive mechanic. Again, both with the fear, but also the armor buff in those cases. So good job surviving, and again, they get a kill at least. But the big picture right now is actually pretty damn good for the Law. You see the GPM charts, obviously well in their favor. Ravner again leading the way. Despite that death, he's still looking pretty damn good. 423 gold per minute right here. And actually, they're going for another kill once again. A scout comes in, and now a Riftwalker coming in as well with the assist. It's going to put on those auto attacks, maybe slow down Ravner a little bit. But Scout is being chased out. Will it be enough to vanish the Ghost Marchers? He is going to survive. Ravner still chasing, going to hope maybe for a ball lightning right here, but no. He's not even going to go for the lucky shot. It probably wouldn't hit anyways. Meanwhile, what are they doing right here? Engineer kind of going behind the tower. Alito's on crap. They're flanking me. He goes down. Energy field goes up. Scout coming back in. Nice initiation from Ravner right there with the ball lightning. You see the sword throw coming up from Malikan, but he's not going to jump in with it. Riftwalker trying to hold her ground. At least get one, if not a couple of kills, but can't even do that, unfortunately. Riftwalker gets caught out, and she will fall. So Call of Karma, they're really trying to make something happen here. But in the end, it just is not really coming together. So we are definitely looking at a fairly earlier game here. In game number 1, as far as the Law is concerned. So, sorry about that. I actually did want to give an update, by the way, guys. As far as the later matches, it looks like actually middle lane we do have initiation right here. Balfour going to be jumping. He is already so tanky though. Plate agrees. Mr. Best is bringing the teacher. It is showing off right here. Lowstone coming in with the rocket. Down goes Pebbles. That shotgun is going to be enough to finish off Balfour, but it's definitely coming at a massive cost right here. Y'all looking picking up the double tap on Lodestone, and now Malikan. He's actually going to port away with the sword throw, so he will be fine in the long run, but I want to make a point about the other cast here later on today. We are going to be covering Lions versus Internet Gangsters in the Winter Bracket semifinals, as it's the only one that's going to be happening. Too Much Sugar versus Stay Green is actually getting postponed. I guess even a couple players, if not one only. But anyways, the situation is not going to be able to make it, and the teams decided to go ahead and postpone the match. I don't think they have a date or time set for that just yet. I assume, though, it's going to be obviously sometime this week. So obviously we'll keep updated on that and see about covering it when it does happen, of course. But as far as today, so again, just a heads up on that. Obviously, we will be having another best of 3 as always, but it will be Lions versus IG. No, not that that's a bad thing, but just to be clear on what the situation is. for later on. But definitely looking forward to that series as well, of course. Really, especially that series. I mean, of course, winner bracket in general seems to be a little bit better for good reason, but we've got to start with the losers bracket first, and here we are in game number 1 again, and well, once again, the law is just been proven to be way too much here. Malachi gets picked up, double tap for Panny, and I think both teams are just pretty much keeping an eye on that timer at this point, as far as hitting that 15-minute mark. So, yeah, it's just a fairly ugly start here. I mean, I think the draft obviously had a lot to do with it. Call it karma, trying to have some fun with it, trying to make some big plays. Having Balfagor using his ultimate right there. Yeah, it's when you do use it with no charges, it obviously is a very short cooldown, only 40 seconds, as you see there. But so I guess he might have been using it for a little bit of harassment / maybe get a couple creep kills there. Kind of interesting, knowing that it wouldn't be necessary in the next 40 seconds here for a team fight by any means. So nothing wrong with that. Just kind of was just a little funny to see coming out of nowhere. It's definitely not as epic when it has no charges on. It's just like bleh. It's just like a green Nova just flies around. I was like, yeah, that sounds cool, I guess. Not really, but whatever. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on that timer up here. I don't know if Call it Karma really has much fight left in them. I mean, even Malikin's only at 245 gold per minute, so obviously proving to be a pretty ugly start for them, unfortunately. But also the Law, again, this is a team that really has come together very, very nicely as time has picked up. And they're still a very new team. I mean, again, as far as this roster that they have here, I believe, especially with this being Cycle 6, I mean, these are the players that they've been using, so I assume this is their new actual roster, and, hope that things do stick together, and obviously looking pretty good here, at least in this losers bracket round. They got knocked down here by I want to say Too Much Sugar. Yeah, we casted the end of that even. Yeah, they actually lost to Too Much Sugar 2-0 yesterday. But they gave them a fight at least, it seemed like, in that series. So definitely a team with a lot of upside, a lot of potential as far as moving forward. And of course, they definitely got some big names over there. Panny, Brodex 5 level especially, definitely standing out. So looking forward to seeing what they continue to put together as time moves on here. But you do see right there, Balfagor actually purchasing the Icon of the Goddess. And that seems like that could also be just pretty damn good on him, man. Especially when you're really snowballing like this. I mean, it's great. It's great on a lot of heroes, especially when you're snowballing like this. So I guess it's kind of a silly point to make, but it honestly seems like an item that actually could fit him pretty well in general too. I mean, it helps build up his stats as it does, and he can work off of the regen very well. He's in the front lines tanking things up, and you get the kills around him. Also, that regen really starts kicking in. It can be pretty damn annoying. So I actually like that. I like seeing that item pick up here on Balfagor and see if we can see that progress. But again, another tower falls. 14,000 gold lead already. 8,200 experience lead coming out here. And holy crap, it is just it's just overwhelming. Overwhelming, to say the least. Portal key just picked up by Ravener. It is fun to be back in the swing of HoN Tour as well, by the way. I mean, obviously we've had a couple of weeks break from HoN Tour with the Sound Blaster Heroes League, the DreamHack qualifiers and everything. And not that it was those, I mean, those events were just amazing. It was awesome. The HoN Tour, as Beef was calling it, it basically was. I mean, there's so many matches in the month of October throughout the weekdays and the weekends. But now we're getting back into the transition of at least the weekends here with HoN Tour. And then, obviously, the weekdays, I'm sure the Ultimate Series is going to start coming back. So some fun tournaments with that. And then, of course, there's DreamHack at the end of this month as well. And it sounds like hopefully the beginning of this week there will be a full announcement on that as far as the Nordic qualifiers, as far as the coverage and how that's all going to work out at the event. So looking forward to that being released. And moving along with that as far as the DreamHack events. We can start talking more and more about that. But obviously, Conger coming out here, the Law just really, playing as they should.
That was one.
I mean, I don't think they're really trolling either. I mean, obviously, Icon of the Goddess is a solid pickup for Balfagor. They're doing Conger. They're just playing it safe. And this is game number 1. A couple of co-casts we talked about that where when you're so one-sided against your opponent, at least wait till maybe the final game. To maybe start trolling a little bit and having fun. But in the end, it is a game. I mean, if they want to have fun, they want to go codexes, mess around, it's up to them. I mean, I don't personally see that as crazy insulting by any means. You're allowed to have fun after all. But And again, but you see here the Law, though, they're just getting the job done. They're doing what they need to do to win. They're killing Kongor. Now they're going to grip up and push again. You see a Portuguese just picked up my low stone right there. And this tower, it is dropping very quickly. Bottom lane, Malikan actually dying to Ravener down here. So yeah, they're just gonna throw up the concede. Like, okay, I think this one got a little out of hand. Oh, we can see Riftwalker. Is she going in? Oh, I thought Riftwalker might have been going in. Oh, did she? She did. We got to see the Riftwalker initiation at least. Wait, did she? No, she didn't even have her ult. What am I saying? She actually just she ran in there. I thought she actually wormholed in. Oh, man, didn't even hit level 6. Level 3 Aluna. Ouch. Yeah, again, that was just, yeah. Your classic one-sided victory there. Well, in favor of the Law. So, again, the Call of Karma, I was looking forward to seeing where they're at right now, and